of you know that only 4% of the population of this world are enjoying 96% of the wealth and abundances? And how many of you want to be in that 4%? Of course, many of you, right? So I'm talking to the right audience. So, what is that one thing that separates two persons? And I'm giving you the same information to two people. Why these two people are getting two different results? Let me tell you about the example of Anil Ambani and Mukesh Ambani. What has happened? Everybody, both of them were having the same access to the same inputs of information, but one is heading towards the richest man in the world and the other one is getting bankrupt. Do you know why? Have you ever thought of why it is happening like that? Okay, so for that, can you tell me what is that one thing that differentiates between two people? It is the thinking pattern. Okay, now let me tell you about more. What is the thinking pattern? So let me introduce myself. I'm KP, author of 2 upcoming books, 43 international articles, grown by 10 times in last 5 years. And now I'm working in the area of mind design and research. So now let me get into the topic. What is that one thing that differentiates between two individuals? That is your thinking. So now let me tell you one quote. Your personality creates your personal reality. What is that personal reality? What is that personality? Personality is nothing but your thinking, and personal reality is what? Your result. So that means your thinking creates your result. So if you control your thinking, if you measure your thinking, if you program your thinking for a greater success, for the type of program of the highly successful people, you are also going to become one, isn't it? So now let me talk to you about one process given by Dr. Joe Dispenza, who is the mind scientist. That is, your thought leads to your choices, and choices lead to behavior. Behavior leads to experiences. Experiences lead to feeling. Your experiences are creating feeling, right? And your feeling creates again your thought. Now, I'm just giving you feel the feeling of jealousy. If one of your colleague who was working with you, who was studying with you, after 10 years you are meeting him and he has become super rich and you are in the average level, then at that time what kind of thought that you are going to take inside, that you need to understand, right? That I'm going to talk to you. Because if you understand that thing, what is going to happen? You will be getting the truth behind it, why that person has become rich. But if you get the feeling of jealousy, what is going to happen? What will be your choice? You'll be Your behavior towards him is, oh, how, something lottery lag gaya kya, kind of things you will be having, and you'll be getting that experiences. You'll be getting kind of feeling of jealousy and all these things. So you have choice. If you are seeing, you can analyze this process. If you're seeing your friend after 10 years who was working with you, who studied with you, and suddenly has become super rich, you might be thinking, oh my god, you have two choices over there. Either you will be thinking that, oh, he must have done something great, he must have given some great coaching, great process, he must have gone through that, he has become rich. Or you have the choice of thinking, oh, somewhere he must have inherited money, or he must have done something wrong activity, because of that he must have got it. So the choices, so that is again going to lead to new experiences, new feeling, and your behavior will be different. Again, that is a cycle. So that is what, so that is what we need to understand about the ecosystem, what we are going to discuss about the ecosystem. We are going to discuss about the ecosystem of the success, how it works. So first of all, let me tell you the first thing. So I have reverse engineered the ecosystem. What is the meaning of ecosystem? Let me tell you, the environment works in the ecosystem. The rain happens, it goes to the ground, it goes to the plants, and it gets evaporated, again it comes. Similarly, if you observe highly successful company, they also go through a system. Let it be IBM, let it be Infosys, let it be Amazon, let it be Tata. They go through one process. Every time they go through one process. Because of that process, today they're sustaining lakhs and lakhs of people are working in that company, right? Similarly, your cardiovascular system, your liver system, they are functioning in a proper way. So your mind is also having an ecosystem. Success is also having an ecosystem. If you get into that ecosystem, you'll be getting result. Even failure is also having an ecosystem. Even moderate success is also having an ecosystem. So which ecosystem you are going to follow, it is up to you. Now the thing is how this ecosystem works. So first thing is, whatever today you are, your paradigm or your world, your result is whatever you are today because of your thought system. So how this has come? Because you have taken some actions, like you have done some courses, or you have gone through some training, or business, or whatever you have done, you have applied because of that. Now the thought, you must be having some intrinsic thought inside. You don't know what kind of thought process you are going through, so that you will be only knowing. Because of that thought process, you thought that let me get, somebody has told that medical profession is giving good results, so you thought that let me becoming a doctor. So whether you like it or not, I don't know, but you will take some action, you will take coaching, and you are going to become a doctor. So that is what I'm telling you. So this thought comes where? From the mind. How many minds you have? Two minds, right? Conscious and subconscious. Now what does the conscious mind does? Your decision making, your analysis, and everything does well, and it is only 4%. The programming is, or recording is being done by the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is 96%. It decides everything of your life. Your entire thought process, your entire belief system, everything has come from this. Now from where? From where the subconscious things, subconscious thoughts have come? Subconscious thoughts have come from the program. What is that program? Your program is your brain pattern, your belief system, your self-esteem, your self-ideal, the way you think. All these things are your program. Now the question is, if your program is good, you are going to get great result. If your program is bad, what is going to happen? You will not be getting good result, right? So am I right, whatever I'm talking to you? So now the question is, how you are going to program your mind for greater success. Now the question is, your result is directly proportional to your program. Your program is nothing but your mind pattern. The moment your mind pattern is set, then so how to set your mind pattern? So 0 to 7 years already passed. You can't do that. That is one way is past. You can apply that on your kids. But the thing is, so now that 0 to 7 years, what has happened in the 0 to 7 years? What has happened in 0 to 7 years? Who has planned? Your family members, society, environment, relationships. All these people to whom, whoever you developed a belief system. Because of that, you got this thing. Whatever belief you generated within yourself, what kind of belief that you have got within yourself that has decided your career today. Now the question is, you take the mind program of the successful people, how they have programmed their mind for greater success. Then what is going to happen is you will also program your mind accordingly. So how to program your mind? The thing is, you have to write down the habits of highly successful people who are having the great habits. You practice those habits every time. You practice those habits every time. Now what will happen? Your habit will be created now. The next is, that is, habit comes to repetition. That repetition will create a brain pattern. If you leave that repetition, what will happen? The circuit, the moment you take up one habit, you start doing one thing, what will happen is a brain pattern is going to be created. A circuit is going to be created. If you keep on doing the same activity time and again, what you are going to do? You will be strengthening that circuit. But if you leave that thing in between, what is going to happen? Your circuit will go away. It will fall apart. So that is another thing is, that is, one is habit. The second thing is shock therapy. Shock therapy is what? Suppose you are sick today. Suppose you are continuously getting health issues because you are a chain smoker, and it has become severe and you have gone to the doctor, and what the doctor has done is, the doctor told you that, boss, अगर क्या अगर आप स्मोकिंग क्विट नहीं करते हो आज से 3 महीने के बाद आप ऊपर चले जाओगे. तो आपको जिंदा रहना है, कौन मरना चाहता है? राइट, कौन मरना चाहता है? आपको अगर जिंदा रहना है तो आपको स्मोकिंग छोड़ना पड़ेगा. राइट, क्या बात करते हैं? स्मोकिंग छोड़ना पड़ेगा. तो आप स्मोकिंग फटाफट छोड़ोगे. दैट इज शॉक थेरेपी. Number 2 and number 3. This is the most beautiful thing. In fact, I practice that. It is programming your mind for higher success just before getting into the sleep. That is, just before getting into the sleep, you get into a frequency called as the theta frequency. And that is called as the recording frequency, what you have got during your, during your 0 to 7 years of age. So during that time, you have you are into what? That theta frequency, and now you also can get into that. And during that period, you just keep on programming your mind for days together, sometimes months together, and you will be getting a greater program so that you're going to be successful. With this, thank you very much. This is KP again here, author of 2 upcoming books, 43 international articles, grown by 10 times in the last 5 years, and working in the area of mind design and research. Thank you very much.